Welcome to Ask Gigi, Real Estate for Real Life. I'm Gigi Pendleton with Real Broker, and today we're addressing the burning question that is out there for everyone. Should you buy a home now or wait for the rates to drop? With me today is Tony Byrne with Service First Mortgage, an expert in loans and helping buyers get homes. And he's going to help reveal the truth around this burning question. Tony, welcome.
Thank you, Gigi. Thanks for having me.
So glad to have you today. Everybody tells me, I can't wait for the Fed rates to drop so that the mortgage rates will go down. So I'm going to ask the expert, should people be waiting? Right?
No. I get that call all the time. Fed rates mortgage rates don't follow the Fed rate.
Okay.
Fed controls short-term rates like credit card rates, your car payment, or your car interest rate on your cars, things like that. So mortgages don't follow what the Fed does.
So what does drive mortgage rates?
The bond market. So the bond market goes up, rates could go down.
Okay.
Bond market goes down, rates go up.
So bond market is more long-term view. Is that true? Bond rates they're like 10 years, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Treasury, the U.S. Treasury is 10 years, so that's short. That's what the mortgage follow the 10-year Treasury.
So literally, the federal rate could drop, and mortgage rates might not drop.
Correct, or they could go up. The last 2 or 3 Fed cuts in rates, our mortgage rates actually went up.
Okay, so myth 1, the Fed rate goes down. That doesn't mean mortgage rates are going to go down. So Tony, how does someone know what's going to happen with rates?
They call me.
They call you.
They call me, and let's talk about it. Rates go up and down all day, every day.
Okay.
I could see a rate change 4 times a day, 5 times a day, or nothing.
Okay.
So if they're in the market to buy a house, call me.
All right, Tony, myth number 2. This one is a budget killer. I'll buy when rates go down. Does that make sense to you?
No. Well, there's a couple of answers to that question. Is if you're waiting for rates to go down, everybody else is too.
Okay.
So your competition is going to increase. So the price of houses are going to increase. So you're going to miss out on buying a house at $400,000. If you wait a year, you may have to get $410,000, $415,000, $420,000 for the same house.
Okay. All right. So let's put some perspective to this. The median home price in Dallas-Fort Worth right now is $365,000 to $370,000. Let's just round that up. $400,000 home. I decide I'm not buying now because it's 7%, and I want to wait till next year or 18 months from now when it's 6%. What have I lost?
Thousands of dollars in equity.
Okay. But I'm thinking, but my payment's going to be so much less.
Well, you're going to save maybe $100 a month.
Okay.
If rates go from 7 to 6, you'd probably roughly save yourself $100 a month.
Okay, so $100 a month over 18 months, that's $1,800.
$1,800.
That seems like a pretty chunk of change to me, but home prices have gone up and the value has gone up during that time, right?
Yes.
So if we take that 1.5% projection from the boys in Austin, and we apply that to that $400,000 home, if I wait 18 months, I've lost $18,000
in equity.
And I saved myself $1,800.
Yeah, $1,800 over the year, over 18 months. Yeah.
Well,
so you're. Yeah.
I'll take that gain any day of the week.
Yes.
How about you?
I would.
Yeah, absolutely. So what can buyers really gain by buying before the rates drop?
More home choices.
More home choices. You know, I see that when I go out with my buyer clients right now, there's not as much competition. It's a more relaxed viewing. days on market are longer right now. We're not racing to put in an offer, right? And they can kind of pick and choose. And I'm also seeing seller credits out there right now.
Yes. Yeah, sellers are participating in the buying experience.
I like that. Sellers are participating in the buying experience. That is a great quote. I'm going to steal that. If
That's fine. I'll let you.
Okay, myth 3. You need 20% down to buy a home. This one's kind of personal for me. I work a lot with first-time buyers, and this is one of their biggest questions or their biggest concerns and reasons they don't want to move forward. I haven't saved up enough money.
I hear it all the time.
You do?
Do I need 20% down or more?
Right.
You know, I need a whole lot of money.
So what's the truth about how much you really need to buy a home?
You can literally get into a home with buying the appraisal. $400 or $500 or $500 to $700.
Plus the inspection.
Plus the inspection. Yes, do an inspection.
So let's just say
after the inspection,
less than $1,500.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Really?
$1,500.
But I thought FHA was the standard for the minimum down, and they wanted 3.5%.
I can do no down payment FHA loans.
I didn't know that was out there. Did you know that was out there? FHA loans, zero down. How do you make that happen?
We will finance your down payment.
That's amazing, Tony.
So you can pay your down payment off instead of saving up 3.5%. You can finance.
So this is the hurdle I usually hear when I talk with first-time buyers, the cash down. And then, of course, on top of cash down, so Tony can get you with your cash down for less than $1,500. Almost all of us have that sitting somewhere.
Yes.
But then there's closing costs, right? And so you think, but I'm still looking at closing costs. Well, I'm going to tell you, in today's market, sellers will pay those closing costs for you to get that house sold. So don't let that keep you from looking for your dream house now. So Tony, what are some of the ways, from a lender perspective, to reduce the cash to close on a home today?
You can do down payment assistance.
Okay.
You can get a gift from a brother, mother, father, sister.
Do they have to be related?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Okay.
Yes and
Call
no.
you to talk about it, right?
Call me to talk about it, because you can get a gift from your employer. You can get it, yes.
Okay.
So as long as we can prove that it's a gift, and you didn't go into debt in order to go into debt, we can use that.
Okay.
So you can come up with gift funds. You can do down payment assistance. You can do lender credits. I can even throw you under the bus, and you can even credit them $1 or $2 at closing.
Oh, well,
I guess we won't use that.
Wow. Okay, we're going to scratch that out of there.
That part.
That's dangerous.
In my head.
Oh,
okay. Need to throw that.
Okay, we're going to rewind just a bit. So we were talking about gift funds, right? That they could do gift funds. Down payment assistance, is that something they go it alone, or do you...
No, I can guide them through the whole process.
You can guide them. So if they wonder if they qualify for a down payment assistance, they can call you.
Yes.
And you can walk them through the programs that are available, what they might qualify, and help them for that. Okay.
Yep. And every down payment assistance is different. So everybody has different qualifications for that to happen.
Okay. Well, I know there's multiple ones out there, but you really need to understand the numbers, and that's where Tony can help you out.
Come in handy.
I can help you with seller credits, though. Once you get qualified with Tony, we'll go out there and we'll find you that perfect home where the seller's willing to give you some help at close. So, Tony, this myth is everywhere. Buyers think that if they close at today's rates, then they're stuck with that forever. Is that true?
That is not true.
So how is that not true?
Well, you can refinance.
Refinance, but doesn't that cost a lot of money?
It does not. Service first, for the first 2 years of you purchasing your home, we wouldn't charge you any lender cost.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so how else could they get that rate down in the first couple of years?
Well, we could use seller credits to buy the rate down. We could do a 3-2-1 rate buy down to start with. So if, say, for instance, today's rates are 7%, we could buy it down to 4. For 4. So you'll have a house payment on interest rate, 4% interest rate. The next year it would go up to 5. Next year it would go up to 6, and then you'd be at your 7. But in the meantime, if rates go down in that first 3 years, then we'd refinance you at whatever the rates went down to. So if it went from 7 to 5, then we'd refinance you at 5%. And that's where it would stick, and that's where it'd stay. And if it went down to 4 a year later, we would refinance you down to 4. So you're definitely not stuck with the rate you close on.
Okay, all right, myth busted.
Myth busted.
And it sounds like to me, not only are you not stuck with today's rate, you can also reduce today's rate given the current market. We can go talk to a seller, negotiate on the home for them to contribute again towards your closing cost, which you get to choose how you use them. So if it makes sense for you to buy down the rate for the first couple of years, waiting for that drop and that refi, it's definitely possible. And you heard it out of Tony's mouth, down to like even 4%. So don't worry about today's rate. Get out there, find the home you want. Talk to Tony, work out the way to get it done. Talk to me, find your dream home, and maybe in just a few months you could be in that new home you always wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, move up buyers. We've talked a lot about buying, but we cannot finish this conversation without talking about those of you who already own a home and probably bought it when rates were a little lower. You're concerned. We've talked about how to combat the rate, but what about that home? How does that work? A lot of people think you can't buy before you sell, but you can. Tony, do you want to speak a bit to that?
We could use the equity in your current home to buy your future home.
So how does that work? I mean, what does that mean?
Well, it means we take the equity out of your home and buy your future home. And then you have a whole year to sell your current home, and the whole time you just move once.
I like that. Don't have to move twice.
Don't
just
have to move
once.
twice, just one time.
So in today's market, homes are setting, roughly close to 50 days on the market before they get sold or under contract. And what I'm hearing from the seller side is if someone makes a contingent offer, for those of you who may not know contingent, that means I won't buy your house until mine sells. That means for your seller that they've now been on the market for 45 days or so. Now they accept an offer for you and they have to wait for you to sell your house. That is not an attractive offer.
Not at all.
They know they're going to wait another couple of months, maybe longer, before you get your house sold. It gives you less leverage in negotiations and buying power and can cost you on what you pay for the house, and could literally put you under a contract that then the seller backs out of because it's taking you too long to get your house sold. So the solution to that is call Tony.
Yes. Talk
to Tony about whether you can work out a buy before you sell option with his company. So the way we make that work, first we have to know your equity. That's where I come in. I do a home valuation. We talk through what you owe on your current loan, and I can give you a ballpark understanding, actually pretty close, of what your equity is in your home in today's market. Then you got to call Tony because you need that lender approval for that buy before you sell. Then we go shop for your home first, then list your current home once your move is lined up. Obviously, we want to get you out quickly and into your new home. Nobody wants to be maintaining 2 homes at one time for any length of time. But Tony, how long do they have with you if they choose this option? A year.
12 months. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they have 12 months to sell their current home.
That's amazing. Any of you who are looking at that challenge should give Tony a call to understand how that works, how you might qualify for that. I can help you with the equity side, and you can make an educated decision of whether you're ready to make that next move. So you don't have to figure all of this out alone, right? We did the myth busting of the 5 biggest myths that are out there, but every buyer situation's unique, right, Tony?
It is. I don't think I've ever talked to the same type of buyer twice. I've been doing this for almost 30 years. Everything's different.
It's not cookie cutter, is it?
It is not.
It's definitely unique.
Yep, it's very unique.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we've talked about today that there are multiple paths to get to home ownership. And if you plan ahead, talk with Tony as a lender, talk with me as a realtor to identify what your strength is and to look for homes that are out there and available and to understand what's going on in today's market. That right plan can turn someday into today. And then you don't miss out on that growing equity in a home that you thought you were going to wait to buy until the rates went down. We really should build your strategy together.
So reach out to me at 817-228-2550, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Well, thank you, Tony. As you can see on the screen, you've got contact information for both of us. Buying power call. Just call Tony and set up a time at your convenience. Believe me, Tony is available.
Always. 24/7.
And when I call Tony, I get Tony. And he will get with you and go through a buying power call to really help you understand what your power is as a home buyer today. And then a strategy session with me, Gigi Pendleton, to help you understand if you own a home, do you have equity, to understand what's out there today, home prices in the areas that you're most interested in. The idea here is don't wait. If you want to own a home, the time to start planning is now, whether it's next week, next month, next year. Let us help you put you in the strongest position to get the best home at the best price and to finance it in a way that fits within your budget.
Exactly.
Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.